scale is. And I wonder, I wonder how different our country would be if all of us had experienced this at some point in our lives, or as the younger generation coming up, if more people were able to experience it. There's an old African proverb or saying that goes that until the lion learns to speak, the tail of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. And so, first lesson I want to share is that as individuals, as young people growing up, we need to learn to be self-advocates. We need to learn to speak to our accomplishments. We need to learn to be better articulate the things that we do. That doesn't mean speaking and boasting about things you haven't done. And that goes back to research. If you've done it, claim that you own it, sell it. And I think that goes a long way. Whether you're trying to, sell to fundraisers, what you're doing, etc. So long as you've done it, claim it. I generally tend to mentor women most of the men, so I tend to talk about how we tend to undersell ourselves, how we don't aim high enough, or not ambitious enough, because we tend to think we don't have X, Y, and Z when we're looking at certain job descriptions. So I'm saying that, we tend to have more experience than we generally claim to, and so we should always aim high. And secondly, as we aim high, we should also know that where we are is pretty much a determinant of where we're going. And so as we try to get to X point, try and see, even if you are in a position that is like constrained by a lot of different variables, what can you do in your current role, whether it's research, whether it's talking to people, whether it's volunteering for things, so that when you're interviewing or doing something for the next role, you're able to actually gather and actually use all of those experiences to better position yourself. And I'm going to just use my example where I applied for a role I thought I was severely unqualified for, but went for it anyway. And because I had done X, Y, and Z, and I was able to call on those experiences, I ended up getting the role. And so I think sometimes we actually need to be able to focus on the things that we have done or doing in order to better position ourselves for what we want to do in the future. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. We have 2 more minutes, and let's start very quickly.
What people want to do, let's make a conscious decision to accept rejection. To be rejected. Just add it to the daily activities of your life. As the day goes, pay as you go. If they reject you, don't worry. Go back and do it.
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Okay, so quickly, let's review about what I was saying. My first program was in 2010. Then we did not HSC competition. Yeah. It was an eye-opening one for me. I learned a ton of things. I learned really also people, mental school also, and we talked about a whole bunch of things that when I was going on there, I don't know what I was. When I was going on there, wow. I didn't want to do it myself. So that was really how I met people in the technology industry in Ghana. So at the time, there was so much noise that there wasn't social media to just quickly see somebody who is doing for himself in the tech industry in the country. So you have to attend events to meet people, to learn about people, and to network with people. So I walked away from Barcamp Accra with ideas and the network that helped me to get where I am today. So if you are here today, I'm going to say that be open to the ideas. Don't collaborate. I'm not saying don't collaborate. Don't call it. Just open up and collaborate with other people. Share. You have a good conversation. If you have something that you want to talk about, don't hesitate. Talk about it. Get to know other people. Get to know what people do. Find out how you can feel help someone. And I'm sure in the process of doing that, people will discover you and say that, okay, I can help you with this because I know you're passionate about this. Because I got opportunities when I came back my first job. People got to know me and they were always outstanding because I settled a bus from Kumasi to Accra for the event. Then afterwards, I went back to Kumasi. We were really surprised. Okay, all I know, I went from Kumasi to Accra for the event. life-changing experience for me. So I really hope that it ends up being the same for you. I had a session with one guy, and he is very interested and he wants to, do so for the world. And then after talking to him, he felt enlightened, and he's going to do more nice things. So I wish you the best in your careers.
Thank you very much. Hello. Is this the morning? Yeah, I'm really happy to stand in front of you today to share some few words. I happen to have been one of the first people to have attended the Barcamp. So back in 2008, we had attended the first Barcamp Ghana event at Kofi Annan Advanced ICT Center. It was truly an eye-opening encounter for me. At that time, I was learning a lot about technology, innovation, and how to change the world. But my conversations were limited to my small circle of friends. And so coming to Barcamp, I discovered people like Atwell, Henry Barnor, Jojo India, and all kinds of people. And what I realized then was that, there are so many people like me who are Ghanaians, and so there's nothing strange at all to be interested in those kinds of things. So that was like some kind of validation for me there. Moving forward, Barcamp again inspired most of my current actions. For example, I started Global Lab Ghana, just basically as a Facebook community. After I came with a couple of my students from secondary school to come to Barcamp Tema. At that time we had a conversation around why is it difficult for students to understand science, for them to understand what they're learning in school. So we created this Facebook platform to share more in terms of videos and pictures, and just have people ask any questions that they have on their minds that they may not necessarily be comfortable to ask in class. And that's how Global Lab started. And then moved on to become something more than what it was when it started. So for me, I did it in 3 things, and I'll just summarize it for you. Many of the speakers have already explained these 3 things. One is learning. You must always challenge yourself to learn more and widen your frontiers. 2 is friendship. You cannot do it alone. You must always collaborate with other people. Not just take advantage of people and use them to achieve what you want, but it must be based on genuine love. So friendship. And also believe in service. When you have the opportunity to are very capable, you should be able to offer yourself back to the society from which you came from. I come from a very long life is in front of you, but platforms like Barcamp have given the opportunity to grow and also contribute something meaningful to society. So I encourage all of you to practice learning friendship service. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My pleasure to be here with you. And I think I'll just share one thing I've failed at and one thing I've succeeded at so far. Because just a couple of years ago, I was in the shoes. I'm not that old. So I'll start with what I failed at. A couple of weeks ago, I read something that said, you can be a verb but still be a noun. Right, so in uni, I loved writing. I loved being a nurse, I love political science, I love economics, but I felt as though I had to be those things. Do you get me? So because I like science, I thought I have to be a nurse. Or because I enjoy reading political science, I have to be in politics. Or because I enjoy economics, I have to be an economist. But those years are my formative years. I have to explore, I need to find myself. Right? So don't really be so hard on yourself if you don't yet know what you want to do. Right? And don't think you have to be there now. If you love to write, just write. You don't have to be a writer to write. If you write to debate, you don't have to be a member of the debate team or bring up this additional responsibility that you can't afford, which is really not important. Once in a while, participating, right? Be curious. The kinds of things you do outside the classroom will really shape who you will be after you leave the school. So that's the one thing I failed at because I dabbled in a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have because I was so fixated on being the noun instead of just, doing the verb. And then the one thing I think I've succeeded at is be very rigid about your destination, but be flexible about your needs. Okay, so you want to be an entrepreneur. don't be so hard on yourself that you only focus on the outcome and on the journey. Life is like a manipulation for me. I don't really focus on getting the answer right. I'm always fixating on the equation. Because if you get the equation right, even if you feel like you answer, the next time you see a question, you will get it right. Right? So keep that in mind. But like I said, have fun. Have fun. Thank you. Have fun.
Thank you. I have these features that I learned. When you're following on Twitter, okay. So I was really, impressed with the people that I spoke with. And I'm not going to say anything anyone hasn't already said. I think the biggest thing is Google is your friend. And I realized like I am a crusader against information asymmetry. There's so much that we don't know. And there are things that are available that we should know. So if you're interested in getting into international development, for example, for me, the most important thing is understand how these organizations work so you can fit yourself in. People think, oh, you work at USA, how can we get money? Like my friend, we don't need money. Just like that. So, if you understand how it works, you understand how you can fit yourself in. So learn the mechanics of the system so you can be part and parcel of that system. That's mine. I wasn't sure whether I was allowed to get up and speak, so I was making some notes about that. So thank you to the young people that I spoke to. You guys were super inspirational. There was a number of different points that came out of our conversation, and I just wanted to pull out a few that we discussed. And so, one of the things that I wanted to say that goes beyond just about what it is you want to do. Yeah, we spoke a lot about personal development, because essentially, for you to do anything in life, you need to have the right kind of mindset. So that's what a lot of our conversation was about. So I spoke to an event organizer, someone who wants to get into fashion, someone who's into leadership, and others. And the common denominator was that they knew the label of what it is they wanted to do, but wasn't really thinking about what they needed to do to be that person. So one thing that we need talking about is actually just making sure that you get into the detail of what it is that you want to do. And sometimes you can't necessarily focus because of extraneous variables, so factors that are outside of the industry. One of them was about discipline. In the internet age and in the technology age that we're in, the digital age that we're in, it is so hard to focus. And there was one young person I was speaking to, and he was just talking about the fact that he can't seem to keep focus on a particular thing that he wants to do. So I was like, so what is it you're doing? When you want to actually get this work done, what is it you're doing? And when we went deeper and deeper and deeper into the conversation, we discovered that he spent most of his time on WhatsApp. So sometimes you've got to check yourself, and you've got to be a bit disciplined in putting in the time for the thing that it is that you want to do. Because seriously, if you're just going to follow and do what everybody else is doing in society, it's very unlikely you're going to stand out and get what it is you want to get done. So discipline was one. The second one was about allowing the process to happen. So there was this thing of, well, I've decided I want to do this and nothing's happening. I've got to join this organisation and nothing's happening. And I'm like, so how long have you been there? Okay, like 3 months. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few weeks. How long have you been there? Oh, 8 months. I'm like, do you know that there are processes to things? Like a child being born, right? It takes 9 months for that child to develop. When you have an idea, you have to allow for the seed to be watered. Just like a bamboo, I was saying earlier on, like a bamboo. Does anyone know actually how long it takes for a bamboo underground to actually form the roots? Anyone know? 5 years. I thought it was 3, so it's even longer. Yeah, but when it comes to the tip and pops out the top, don't lose it. When it pops out, how quickly does it grow? 2 weeks. 6 weeks. but you get the point, right? So essentially, the root of what it is that you are doing, you need to allow time for that. And all of you, I would say, are in that place at the moment where you're actually just building the root of what it is that you're trying to do. Don't force yourself to what it is. You have to get your root strong. And if your root's strong, when you actually pop up and things start going wrong and the wind starts blowing, you're not going to fall over because your root is strong enough to endure whatever you may come across. So discipline one, allowing process two, and then the third thing was actually working on yourself. And I think this is really, really underrated. I don't think enough of us do it often enough. Ultimately, what is on the inside of you is going to come out. Right? So you can be in a job, or you can be working towards building your startup. But if essentially you haven't addressed the fact that you've got really low confidence, it's going to come out somewhere along the line. So sometimes you need to take some time out, chill, meditate, do whatever you want to do, connect to your higher power, whatever it is. But on a regular basis, check in with yourself, see where you are at within yourself, so that you're starting from a good place to be able to actually become who you want to become and be who you want to be. So that's my 2 pennies worth for today.
Thank you very much.
Session on Barcamp. So it has been an amazing eye-opener for me as much as it's been with the lectures that I saw today. I learned so much. I learned so much from you guys as much as I could learn as well. One of the things I realized from the mentors that I spoke to was that most of them felt like they wanted to do something, but they didn't feel so invested in what they wanted to do. They almost felt as if someone popped an idea in their head and they felt like playing. I'm going to run with this idea and see how far I can go with it. That will not get you far. If you really want to achieve something, you really have to invest yourself into it. I said you need to have passion. Because after, if you go in and say, okay, so this is something that I think I can make some quick bucks out of. So I'm going to, see how quickly I can run myself in there. When you go in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, I mean, the promise was not as much as you thought it was. You will lose hope, you will lose faith, and there will be nothing left to keep you, sparing up. So you need to have passion for whatever you think is something you want to push yourself into. Without that, you know it's not on achieving the dream that you have. Now, one observation I made, looking around, I can see that I have a fairly good balance of gender here. I was doing a mentorship on technology and development. Unfortunately, I spoke to well over 8 people, 8 mentees, but not a single female here. Not a single female here. Some passed by, they looked at me, they looked at the table, they looked at what was written there, technology, and then slipped right past me to the next person. No matter how traveling my smile was, it's kind of troubling because we have a lot of people out there who are pushing for women to take up STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and maths, because we feel that it is an opportunity, it is something that women are so good at, and they should just get that little push to get in there. And we have a lot of women out there who are really spearheading this agenda, and they're involved, and women in technology, a whole lot of organizations and groups out there. We need women to also show that level of interest, because these organizations, these advocacies will not exist on their own without you coming. So ladies, do yourselves also a favor, get on board. Technology is really cool. Yo, technology is amazing. If you're a chicken, you can cool. If you're a chicken.
Good afternoon. Just to leave us with just a few words. Whatever you want to pursue, I go by the principle of just 3 words: commitment, consistency, and also building communities. Building communities make you an influencer because when you're able to bring like-minded people in the same area of people that you are engaging and do what I call knowledge transfer, these people will never forget your name. And this is what is key. Consistency, commitment to everything that you do. People may not admire your personality or whatever you do, but they will always admire your consistency and your commitment, and they will pay the value you deserve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon. So let's give advice. So I'll talk about some few things I learned this year. So I work at a company called Farmer. We help farmers. We give them information. We help them with inputs. In Ghana, India, and others. And we've been doing it for 5 years now. And I've learned many lessons that this year especially has been one of the most lesson learning years that I wish we share more of. And there are 2 things I want to share. The first one is, if you're trying to start a business, I'm sure everybody taught you everything now about start a business, and the purpose, and what you want to do. Once you've gone through that process, the first thing that you have to do for sure, especially being an entrepreneur from Ghana, is that you must know how to make money from where you're doing fast. People don't like to talk about this, especially when you're in the social impact where they're like, let's try and do good. Right? But you can't do good for a very long time if you don't have money. So the number one thing that you have to figure out very fast is learn to make money. Do not push the investors, in my opinion. Investors will want to put money into an opportunity so that they can get their money back. It's not free money. So if you don't know how to make money and then you take their money, then you're selling your soul. So the first thing is know how to make money. If you're not for profit, try to figure out who will pay you for the good that you're doing. The number one thing. If you don't do that, it's like you have a car and you don't have a fuel and you're trying to drive very far. You can't go very far if you don't have fuel. So the number one thing is learn how to make money. And let that train very hard way. We started from what I want to see a lot of farmers and doing good. I realized that you can't do good, you can't pay your bills, you can't pay your tax, you can't pay all those things if you don't have money. So fundamentally, you have to be clear on what value are you trying to create. Are people willing to pay for that value, whether you have for profit or not for profit? And are there many of those people out there who are willing to pay? So the people who are willing to pay you are their few, right? So do you want to do it? Can their revenue sustain your business? If not, then try and find value that a lot of people are willing to pay for, and do it and be the best at doing it, and be the fastest at doing it. Then you can make progress. That's number one thing. The second thing is about designing for scale from the beginning, right? So you have a team of 1 or 2 right now. You have to have a very clear vision of where you want to take the company. So you want to get to 40 people, 100 people, 50 people. You want to design for scale. What I mean by that is that put the policies in place that will help people around all people issues and all finance issues. Because fundamentally, after year 1, year 2, the business is no more about you, the founder, is about a team, right? So your ability to attract people and make them happy and give them all that they need to carry your vision to the next level is very important. So you have to design great people policy from day 1. If you don't, you pay a dear price. You train people who will want to other companies. Or they will not even take jobs with you at all. Your company will die. So have great people policy, great benefits. The second one is put your goddamn accounting principles and things in place. For us, we were writing our expenses on paper, on a checkbook, Excel sheets all over the place. And then we got to a stage where we needed to attract external capital. And if you're going to ask somebody else, if you're going to ask someone for money, you want to check how did they use all the money that you got in the past. Right? So are you keeping all the records? And are you being diligent and honest in all your dealings? And in finance, and many people know this, if you don't have the right data, then automatically people will assume that you didn't use the money or you wasted the money, which will not help you in raising capital. Because coming from here, trying to raise capital is not very easy, it's very hard. And it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of perseverance to get a seat at the table. So these 2 things that I hope that we all live here with. Learn how to make money so fast. I don't care whether you're for profit or not for profit. If you're not for profit, somebody will be willing to pay you for the good that you're doing. If you're for profit, the value that you're creating, make sure you're meaningful will pay for that. Make sure you know how to get money. If you don't, you might not go far. The second one is design for skill. Policy around people, policy around finance. Those are some of the lessons I've learned after 6 years of running for my eye. And I wish I knew this from day one. Day one, everybody told me to get my pitch right. Like in a 30-minute pitch, 30 seconds pitch, 7-minute pitch. And I corrected my pitch more than I corrected the business. And if anybody's trying to start a business today, I recommend that you perfect, you know your market, you know how to make money, or how to policy in the business today. Thank you very much.
I think just around the time that he was starting Mama Line with Emmanuel and Bo, he was also part of Barcamp Accra. So let's give you a round of applause. And to be able to grow is something to the point whereby they can also be a client and a partner of Barcamp. So let's give another round of applause. Thank you so much.